yes, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on that bell notification because we have some very important news for you guys. And yes, we are Journey with Us. We are a family of six. We're originally from Columbus, Ohio. Well, you're from Florida. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, but like I said, we met in Columbus, Ohio, and we fell in love in Columbus, Ohio. And now we are located in East Africa, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And yes, we are digital nomads. And yes, we are loving the life, and we have to keep going. So, by the title, as you guys know, we're talking about some juicy information here. We're gonna give you guys some great information to help you guys be more successful, to multiply your talents. So, yes, I'll let you
So,
take over.
thank you. So let's so let's talk about Black Wall Street. So I was thinking today, we've just been with this and everything we've been doing, and I was rewatching some videos about Black Wall Street. And so when I'm watching those videos, I'm rethinking about how important it is for us as a community, Black people, the Black diaspora, Africans, us all over the world, to be able to articulate our expertise and know what we are talented in. So, if some of you don't know, because we do have continental Africans watching, we have people in Tanzania, Kenya, various countries watching. If you guys don't know what Black Wall Street was, this was basically an area in Tulsa, Oklahoma, back in 1919. So wow, over 100 years ago. Wow. Right out of slavery, the descendants of slavery came. Well, actually, the people that were in slavery got out of slavery and basically built this incredible city with amazing businesses. It was just this whole city that was self-sufficient. You know, there were barbers. I think there were two banks, financial institutions. There was a hospital there,
Schools,
and
yeah, schools out.
school.
Just
Yes.
everything a community need to be sustainable and recycle their money inside the community. So sorry.
Yes. So that was Black Wall Street. But the bad news is, you want to tell the bad news that happened for those who don't know. Racist Americans came in. I'm not sure because I know some of the survivors said that they thought they heard bombs like
Yeah,
dropping.
it was way deeper than races. I mean, it was it's deeper than that, but it was the people that's supposed to protect you. So the police, I want to say maybe some military type weapons that they had that were used to destroy the community. So yes, that's
Yes, their goal. Well, they accomplished the goal. They
yeah.
destroyed the buildings were on fire. They set all the businesses on fire. The documentary I was watching actually said that they were people. The ones who survived said they saw white people coming around in cars picking up the dead bodies, and they wouldn't even let them be buried in their own cemeteries. They did something unknown with them to this day. They're not even sure where they are. And so, in all of that, although that last part of what we were saying is sad,
Yeah.
it is time for Black Wall Street 2.0 on a global level by connecting with your talents, your expertise, but then also with being able to connect with Africans that, some go to America, but most of the Africans are still here. And so you guys will be able to connect with them on a global scale once you monetize your talent, once you learn what your expertise is, and once you hone in on the experience that you already have. And so, do you have anything to say on that point?
Yeah, so just just an example, like us, um, she has talents that she conquers and she's used to. I have talents, and where we're a couple that comes together and use our talents to bring, how can I say it?
To close the wealth gap.
Yeah, to
Because I just keep thinking about how, okay, so I gotta say this point. The reason that they set Black Wall Street is on fire is because they know how powerful we are together. How powerful we are when we're not working in their large corporations getting paid $10 to $20 an hour, when we go ahead and multiply our talents and identify what we're good at. Whether you're in customer service, whether you're in human resources, whether you're a doctor or a nurse or a real estate agent or an entire law firm or a real estate firm. This is why they don't want you to be able to articulate your value and understand advanced marketing strategies.
Exactly, exactly. So we're definitely stronger together, and we're actually a living example to show you guys, and that's what we are doing this video for, just to give you guys more information about Black Wall Street 2.0 on a global scale, because this is
Can't
very
burn down the whole earth.
exactly, exactly. Because if they try to, if they try to really burn down the earth, that's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Oh my gosh.
But
If they try to burn down the earth.
yeah, this is why we're doing a video to talk about Black Wall Street 2.0 on a global scale. So yes, I will let you.
And then I wanted to also, before I get into what we're doing with Multiply Your Talents for Six-Figure Strategies, I did want to bring out 4 incredible names. Y'all know, we actually, it's February. We didn't mean to do this to line up with Black History Month.
Yeah, we don't be.
But it just happens to be that,
that month.
yeah, so it just happened.
Yeah.
But I want to give you guys 4 names because a lot of people don't know or forget about our history and where our people come from just out of slavery. And so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Maggie L. Walker was the first woman to own, actually the first Black person in America to own a bank right after slavery. And so I believe she owned the bank in Black Wall Street. There were 2 different ones. And then Barbara Gardner was the first Black advertising agency owner. And this became a multi-million advertising agency. And so it proves what you can do when you know how to monetize your talent and how to express what you can do for someone else. Because there are so many Black businesses, any businesses out there that end up, they get the funding, they start the business, and then 1 to 5 years of being into business, they realize that they can't scale or they can't get more customers and they don't know what to do. So let's say you open a barber shop and you get the funding, you open the shop, and then you're like, okay, I don't have any customers except the referrals. Referrals are great, but business is long term. That's something that you want to be able to pass down to your children. And so you're going to have to understand those advanced strategic marketing tactics that are going to get you more clients on demand. And the way that you can get more clients on demand is when you identify the pain point of your audience. So for example, instead of saying I, cut hair, you could say, instead of saying I cut hair, what you could say is I transform the way your child looks before going back to school. And so when we're able to use language in that way to identify what our audience needs at a specific time, then your business is basically, what's the word I'm trying to use? It's exponential. It keeps growing. It's like wildfire because you solve a specific problem for a specific person at a specific time. And so let me get the other 2 names I had. Y'all know I love marketing. But the next name is Alonzo Herndon, I believe this is still the largest financial institution in Atlanta. So he was the founder and owner of that. And then we have Earl Graves, senior founder of Black Enterprise, which is the largest communications company. And so we have a bunch of incredible Black founders, and our people tend to forget that because we've been taught, right after Black Wall Street and all of that happened, after Jim Crow and all of these things, we were basically beat down to the point that we didn't even want to try and rebuild Black Wall Street. If you see your whole family die in a fire, if you see your business that you just built die or crumble in a fire, that's going to traumatize you. And so you're going to look at business differently. And you're going to think, okay, I have to tell my children that we can't run businesses anymore and we have to work for these corporations, or they may come in and do that again. And so it's time we gotta get rid of that mindset. It's been, wow, that was in 1919.
Over 100 years ago. So yeah.
And we know things like this still happen to this day, and you just don't hear about them, and there's different types of institutionalized racism. But the fact is that no one can set fire to you or your business if you know how to basically articulate your talents, if you know how to relate to someone on a personal level. And so that's what we're doing with Multiply Your Talents with Six Figure Strategies. Now we are going to actually get into explaining what the program is and what it's about. Do you want to do like a backstory on it?
Um, let me let you go
Okay. So, what we did, we came up with the program. We've been working since September, and we realized that most of our people, there. First of all, let me say this: with the Great Resignation, there's a lot of people in the world who are quitting their jobs to get better jobs, or that are quitting their jobs to start businesses. But I found this statistic, and most of those people aren't black people. They're actually white people in America. They're quitting their jobs to start businesses. And so I started thinking, I'm like, why aren't black people starting businesses at a faster rate like we should be? But it comes from that trauma. And it comes from not understanding marketing and believing in ourselves. So this is your time to believe in yourself because you've already been working a job. You already have expertise or a proven process that somebody doesn't know about, that a lot of people don't know about. Even if it's something as simple as customer service,
ahead. Exactly.
you can build an entire business on customer service to help other businesses, whether, whoever they are in the world, to help other businesses provide high level customer service like you've been exposed to in your job. And so when we think about Black Wall Street, when we think about multiplying our talents, it's really understanding what's already within us and what we've already been through. Now, if you have to hone in on your expertise and take additional courses and do additional coursework, there's no problem. You can do that through HubSpot. You can do that through Udemy. But at least get started so that you can leave your children's children a strong legacy of business and entrepreneurship.
Exactly. And like what she was saying, is nothing wrong with help. I know I'm not sure um, where everybody came from or what they did as a child, but I'm pretty sure most people did some extracurricular activity, and there was a coach to lead you and guide you and show you how to do things. So there's nothing wrong with, just having a. You don't have to stay at the child like mind, but in a way you can go back to the beginning and have a coach that that has been through the process already to show you and lead you into the way, so you won't have to keep tripping and keep making mistakes. So you can just keep going on a straight path, on a narrow path, and you will be successful faster. So, like she was saying, there's really nothing wrong with having a coach. So yes.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people don't understand, and that I think that's strategic too because in other cultures, people mentor people and
Mm-hmm.
they invest in their own expertise and they do all these things. But when it comes to us, we're a little bit more hesitant to do it, and that shows just by the statistics. Most black people are just trying to work other jobs, and that's fine if you want to work a job, but we're specifically talking to the people that know they have a higher mission and purpose in life than serving some large corporation's mission and purpose. And so you know already that you're designed for something big, and you just need the help to actually bring it to fruition. And so that's what we're doing with Multiply Your Talents with Six Figure Strategies. The program has 12 fully comprehensive modules, and so it's basically this large curriculum to take you from not knowing how to start a business and articulate your expertise all the way through each module to the last ending point where you are going to be able to launch your business, relaunch your business, or use the advanced marketing strategies that are explained in the program to further the business that you already have. Because a lot of people don't talk about it, but behind closed doors, a lot of businesses are failing they don't have clients, they don't have customers, and they're just in this place where they're just barely getting along, sinking underwater. And I would say about 80 to 90% of the time, 80 to 90% of the time, the problem is that you don't know how to market to a specific audience. Now, this is where, before we even get into more about the course, I need you guys to also understand this. You have to have a niche. You have to have one specific industry you're serving when you're starting out, and then you can expand from there. But if you're trying to serve everybody and you're like, well, I just want to help everyone,
Yeah.
that's not going to work. And that's why it hasn't been working for you, because you wouldn't be relating to what I'm saying right now if that hasn't been working for you. And so you have, you're
No,
good.
I just didn't mean to laugh because she always tell me this. I'm like, I want to help everybody. I could do it. Like, I can help everybody. So
No, I used to think that too.
Yeah,
5 years ago, four
And it's-
years ago.
and it's funny that's why I laugh, because I know it's true. Like, you can't help everybody. You have to dig down and get your audience, and right here in the box.
Your
Just-
minimum viable audience. Look, I just gave y'all a new term. That's your little snippet into
What'd
the
you say?
curriculum. Your minimum viable audience. That's your little group in the world. There's 7 billion people, which means you only need a small group of people that have a specific problem that you can help them solve on a high level. And that's what we're teaching in the course, in the program. It's actually like a incubator. And so you have 8 weeks with us. We're your teachers. So we are going to be doing monthly coaching calls where you will have hot seats. So if you're not too shy, you can explain your problems that you're having in your business, or you can ask questions inside of the coaching calls. And us as a class, as a program, we will come together and I will show you guys what to do exactly. Because if there's one thing I've learned, you guys, I can't tell you how many courses I've taken, and it's funny. I'm not going to get into that. But if there's one thing I've learned, is that you really do need a coach there or a consultant there to answer your questions for your individualized business along the way. Because sometimes you get course curriculum and the person who created it thinks they did a good job explaining it. And even though they may have, just like when you're in college, you may have to go to your professor after class and say, okay, but how do I actually break it down so that it works for me? And so that's why we created the program like that, so you guys have those 1 to 2 monthly coaching calls with us during the 8 weeks to go from point A to point Z. Another thing that we forgot to mention when we first started this video, Journey with Us International. So we registered our business, so this is part of launching it, and the whole goal is to shift the Black wealth gap for Black people everywhere.
everywhere.
And
Global.
yes, they can't burn a global. They can't. It won't be wise. So yes, you get the 12 modules, and then this cool part is so exciting because it's just, I wish I would have had this when I was starting out 5 years ago. So I put together all my content I've created, and I went through and edited it and made templates that you guys are going to be able to use. These are proven frameworks that work. I'm telling you. You can go to my website right now and look at the roster of happy clients. These frameworks work. They are specific techniques that you are going to be able to use inside of the content vault in the program. Now, you will also get 3 bonus modules. So we're also going to be discussing payment gateways. That's a bonus module. Hiring your first contractors, which I suggest you do sooner rather than later, but we'll talk about that in the program. And then the third one is, okay, what did I say? Hiring, payment gateways, and then PR, public relations. And this is something a lot of people don't understand. Honestly, there's so much knowledge in my head that I just had to put it all in this program. So with PR is public relations. And a lot of people that start a business that are in the very entry levels or that are running a business and don't know how to increase their visibility, they don't know how to utilize PR, or public relations. And this is when you're featured in a blog where your audience is. Now, it can't be just any blog. It has to be a blog that your audience is actually reading. And so we have a module where I'm teaching you how to do that and where to find the websites to do that. And so I've been helping clients in the real estate industry, law, business strategy, consulting agencies, and e-commerce companies. But so after this 8-week program, you're going to be able to start offering your service, monetize and package your creative talents, serve businesses who are thirsty for your expertise, and side hustle and save money to quit your job and live a freedom-based life. So that is Multiply Your Talents with Six-Figure Strategies. You can learn more at the link in the description box. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, before I left, like say what she said, she really put all of this, all of the knowledge that she has in this course. So it is very helpful. Even me sitting right next to her, and we're doing a course together, editing. I'm learning a lot, um, so it's very helpful.
Our connection is very interesting right now. All right, we're back. But yes, and so this is one part I forgot. I'm actually looking at the sales page. So we do have the YouTube mastermind module, and this is where my husband actually comes on inside the program and shows you guys how he edits YouTube videos. And we also have an area where you get a headline analyzer. And so I'm helping you to define who you serve on YouTube and start creating revenue. Now, this is something a lot of people don't know. Most YouTubers do not make a lot of money unless they are, let's say, like Wodamaya or someone that has millions or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So the ad revenue really isn't that much. So instead of using Google ad revenue, although it's good once you start getting it, we're going to show you a different strategy that we've been using since we started YouTube to actually monetize our channel. I was just telling them about the YouTube Master module.
Yes, like really, we have everything that breaks down from A to Z, like literally, and 3 more modules bonus. So I don't think there's any more letters, so you might have to just But yeah, like really, it breaks down from the start to the finish, and this is it. This is very some good information that if you really come down and
You have to
do the
exactly
homework,
what
do the
I said.
worksheets. Like I say, what's in there? Did you tell them it's worksheets? There's worksheets in there. There's homework. There's workbook.
It's like you're taking a college course.
Like really.
And then at the end, you actually get a certification from Journey with Us International.
Exactly. So, like you can use that for whatever.
You can use that to get more clients. You can use that to build your credibility because you've already been certified by us to actually market and monetize your brand. And so let's talk about, before we end the video, I do want to go into this, who this is not for, because this is important. We're going to tell you who this curriculum is not going to be good for. Listen closely. A person who doesn't believe they deserve anything good in life, those who don't like to work or follow a curriculum, those who shop around and buy courses and never apply what they've taught, and those who are not willing to go out of their comfort zone. Your comfort zone is deadly. If you're not willing to go out of your comfort zone, then you're going to stay right where you are, unfortunately.
Exactly. Just like our last video, we said you have to be uncomfortable to grow and go to the next level. So
you have to be willing to learn. Now, who this is for? This is for a 9-to-5 worker who is ready to leave their job and wants to start a side hustle in the process. It is for someone who is beyond Upwork, Etsy, and cheap trade-offs to make revenue. So, for example, my clients don't use Upwork. My clients are law firms, real estate agents, and people who would rather use attraction marketing to attract clients rather than going out and putting themselves on job boards, basically racing to the bottom to serve as a business. So this is also for someone who is creative and wants to package a high caliber service for other businesses while tapping into a global market. and someone who takes accountability and shows up no matter what. So if you get in the course and you do the curriculum, then you don't show up for the monthly coaching call where I'm showing you individualized strategy and giving you a personal strategy for your business. You have to be accountable. So if you want things to change in your life, if you don't want to be stuck at your 9 to 5 that feels like there's no purpose in it, if you want to actually come to Africa and travel the world, this is how we've been able to do it, by serving clients on a high level with marketing. And so if you want to actually break out of that comfort zone and contribute to Black Wall Street 2.0, then you're going to have to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to actually do the work and be accountable. And just think back to the topic on Black Wall Street. Just think back to the people who built those businesses. Yes, they had to learn a lot of things. There was a lot of trial and error they had to go through, and they had to be mentored by people. But the end result was that they were able to establish their business. And more than that, they were able to serve their community. That was an entire community that was working together. That's why it was called Black Wall Street. Now, I think that is everything. If you guys would like to learn more, you can actually click the link in the description and see the sales page where you will have more information. But yeah, I think that's, yep, we covered. One more thing. This is the perfect program for those who are interested in becoming virtual assistants or who are already social media managers, videographers, graphic designers, any kind of service-based business. Now, a product-based business can use the marketing strategies, but the top half, the first half of the course, is devoted to helping newbie service providers package and articulate their expertise. So click the link in the description box. Do you want to leave them with anything else? That's all we have.
Yeah, just guys, check out the sales page. And like say, just make sure you like the video, share the video. If you check out the sales page and you're not ready to purchase it,
Go ahead.
yes. What was I saying?
You ready for what you're...
Check out the sales page, and just share the video. Share the video that to whoever you might think would be interested into Black Wall Street, and that should be everybody. So, share.
And remember, if you don't give up, you can't fail.
Exactly.
So, until next time.
Yes. Shalom, guys.